going to listen him, and let us listen to him. He's a good teacher also. You can, I don't know now, it's not able to unmute, so I don't know how far you can communicate with him about your doubts and all. But of course, let us see in between whether it is working, or we will find put something else at the end. We'll put a Google Meet and find, discuss about the doubts if this is not working. So, sir, I think I have a lot to talk about him, but if I, continue to talk, it won't end. So let me take this opportunity to welcome and enlighten our teachers about the importance of ICT, how to integrate it in their teaching, and what is the importance of making it possible for the teaching environment. So thank you. You are welcome, sir, and all my dear teachers.
Yeah. A very good afternoon, teachers of Assisi Vidya Niketan Public School, Perumbulli, Kanayanallur Taluk, Ernakulam district of Kerala. Principal of this esteemed institution, Madam K.V. Shalini, and other friends who are online here. This is a different topic. I must, at the outset, thank Madam for this wonderful opportunity given to me to share my thoughts on innovative skills for an effective teacher. We are in an era where technology is keeping up with the youngsters, not with teachers. And youngsters are picking up, or they are giving a tough race to technology development. Who are left out is the teachers. Unless and otherwise, we also keep the pace along with the younger generation. Recently, 2 years back, National Educational Policy, NEP 2020, was introduced to this country, that in 2 years' time, NEP will be implemented in India. From current year, National Educational Policy is under implementation. A lot have been discussed in this particular NEP. I'll only take some snippets from this, and also various best practices to face the challenges today as a teacher with the technological developments, and thereby we become an effective teacher. Let me first start with point number 1. This is a very important point, especially with respect to when we enter any classroom, whether it is a virtual classroom or as a physical classroom. Whatever may be our, from where we are coming, maybe we are coming from a morning, from a family where the environment may not be conducive. We would have had a discussion or an argument with our family member, and there would be some issues, personal setbacks or issues. All these have to be kept away. Point number 1, when we enter the classroom, whether it is virtual or physical classroom. This is first thing. Our dressing, our face, our eye contact, the words what we use. Today's younger generation, what we speak, how we present ourselves has a lot of impact. So that is the first thing. So our mindset is very important. So what we think here, that only will come out as words. So that is the first thing. And maybe with the positive mindset, if we enter a classroom, many things can be changed. So this is the first thing. Maybe whatever I speak, if the mindset is not positive, the innovation or an effectiveness will not be there. This is the first aspect I want to start with. Now, okay, let me start with my second point. Second point is self-reflection. What is this? Today, one-way communication as a teacher will not help. There were times when maybe principal madam is mentioning that she was my student at that point of time. She used to be very obedient and a student and all. So those period were different. Teachers used to come, they used to teach and then go. The students used to be very studious. They will not even interact with the teachers. Today the scenario is different. We need to get reflections back from the students. Whichever, whether you are a school teacher or a college teacher, higher education teacher, today, especially 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe we can even take from 6th to 7th standard also. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. These are today the media, social media, the television, all these, they are also at par. The information is plenty available for them, plenty. So we can't take kids for granted. So whatever that has been discussed in classroom, we need to get this back from their voice. You have to design queries, questions. Maybe you can ask randomly pick students. Hey, you come here. You give a brief summary of what I have what was taught today. This is number one. Number two, or you can put a query. Every end of the class, there will be at least 3 questions. You need not ask 10, 20 questions and all. Design only 1, 2, 3 maximum. So have a quiz or ask randomly any one student to summarize. That too only 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So this is what we call it as reflective teaching. Okay, number one, mindset, positive mindset. They say, if your eyes are positive, you will love the world. If your tongue is positive, the world will love you. So the students will like you. So most important is our mindset. Second is reflective teaching. Make students to actually respond back. Third, what point I want to share with all of you is, I'm sure many of you are doing a combo of all this, but maybe we need to actually keep this in mind. Whichever subject you are an English teacher, science teacher, physical education teacher, commerce, accountancy, whatever may be, you make this as part of your, that is called pedagogy. Pedagogy is innovation, various methods in teaching. What my teacher taught to me, I need not teach the same way what my teacher taught to me. Today, it is the audience. Let us understand the audience and we will communicate to the audience what is required to them. Third most important point, what I want to share to all of you is, ask open-ended questions, not from textbook. Not from textbook. Maybe you are teaching commerce. You are teaching about banking. Ask students, okay, how to open a bank account. Ask them to come and explain how to open a savings bank account. Ask them to give an explanation difference between savings account and current account, a recurring deposit and a fixed deposit. What are all the various interest rates? Lowest interest rate offered by any bank, highest interest rate. Let them do some research and come study. Why a library is there? Let them go to library. Let them go to internet in the library. Spend some time and come. Open-ended questions is very important, and not from textbooks. I don't want them to come answer from textbooks. That study what they make will make this is a question, we don't have an answer, let me find answer. Today information available plenty, and you try to, when they come out with an answer, you are there. It is not only one question, you try to have as many. Opening a bank account, whether it is an online form, offline form, what are all the documents required, which documents you will give, whether Aadhaar mandatory or not, is it optional? You try to add more questions to it. That is where his thought process will expand. So third is open-ended questions, not only marks. I repeat again, national education policy has made it very clear that it should be multidisciplinary. The same is applicable to teachers also. Now I will only teach science, I'll only teach science, I'll only teach physics. How long? No. Go to multidiscipline. 1 year I taught physics, next year I will teach chemistry, next year I will teach a different subject. Today biology, today I've done accountancy, next year I will do, or interdisciplinary. I have to bring this culture, cross culture. Especially teachers should be equipped with all the syllabus. One student was asked, one student gave this response. Now, you are a teacher, you are teaching only one subject, but we are students, we are studying 6 subjects. Now, who is more knowledgeable? Like these kind of comparison and all, nowadays students are coming out. Innovative, mean creation and all they make. Cross, multidisciplinary, especially in teachers, is mandatory. It's not that, no, I will only do commerce, I will not do accountancy. I should also do accountancy, I should also do commerce, I should also do economics, I should also teach maybe physical education. So there is no distinction between the different subjects. National education policy makes it mandatory. Teachers have to be multidisciplinary. And if they are not multidisciplined, there is a regulation they are going to bring and they'll be weeded out. They'll be taken out of the system. Okay, effective, you are not an effective teacher. Maybe elsewhere you will be effective, but not as a teacher. That is the stand NEP is taking. Good. Next, most important point I am going to discuss now. Friends, teacher is, I will say, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. After that only Devam is there. So maybe we are a medium to, or we are very close. We are very close to parents and we are close to even God. So this side parents, this side God. That is where the place is given for teachers. Therefore, out of 40 students, 30 students in a classroom, let us take up. There will be introverts, there will be extroverts. Certain students, they will not speak at all. Only 1 or 2 students will speak. You ask questions, they will answer. Every time asking them questions alone will not help. Every student is unique. Every student has innovation inside. Try to bring what you call it as create a place for every learner. For example, he is introvert. He can think internally. He can speak internally. Extrovert can speak externally. But the introvert will speak internally. So come out with some model. Maybe, for example, drawing how to connect rivers. Okay, for example, there is a concept called golden triangle. Golden triangle is a national highway project. So please ask, maybe certain students are introvert. If they are good in drawing, give them the chalk piece or ask them to draw it in a paper. What is golden triangle? Let them draw and show. Some model, drawing, multiple choice, maybe short speeches, give question, let them give answer. So bring various models, or even you can even think of some a stage. It can be like a short play that can be demonstrated. So you give them a theme, let them come out with. So multiplicity of expressions, you must give them opportunity to do that. Good. Let me now take you to some of the interesting pointers. I will only take maximum another 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that. I want to bring to your kind attention that there is a need for mentoring. Need for mentoring. Now, what do you mean by mentoring? Especially every school, every institution. I mean it, my dear friends. Every school, every college, every institution, the senior faculty members. Okay, I am a senior, I am retired. Tata, bye bye. I will go home and I'll only receive the pension. Why? You are a great resource for this entire institution. You should come back. The seniors, you must remember them. You must invite them. You must make them mentors. Very, very important, guys. Mentoring will be established, especially a pool of senior retired faculty they will be forming part of this mentorship. The most important is who will be willing for maybe for a short time, in a week, 1 hour, 2 hours, sufficient. Let them come back. So that there can be a fee also for they can teach subjects, they can mentor the teachers, they can mentor students, they can come out with maybe a special skill set with respect to various subjects. So that is one aspect I wish to share with you. Thereby, our skill set can be enhanced. Ultimately, we need to be an effective teacher, and only by interacting with world, interacting with the best, our skill set will get enhanced. Good. I want to bring to your kind attention another important point, that whatever, so subject alone, textbook alone, I have done it. I have done my homework. So if the student asks me question, I will be answering that. No, that alone is not an effective teacher. Try to give various aspects beyond the textbook, real life examples, and that is where the student will remember you for a lifetime. I'm telling you this, student will remember you for a lifetime. Only will you connect the textbook with real life examples. Try to connect with as be innovative. That is where innovation will come. And innovation is step 2. You know what is step 1 for that? Creativity. Creativity. Now, I'll just share with you some interesting point. Now, creativity in terms of, say, you are going to teach a cash flow statement. Okay, cash flow statement you are going to teach. Now, fund flow, cash flow is a very interesting terminology. Now, cash flow statement, when you are explaining, you need to demonstrate to them with examples, like if depreciation entry has been put, why it is not a cash flow, why it is a book entry. Try to explain to them with the examples. That tell them depreciation is a journal entry, it is not a payment entry, or it is not a receipt entry. Now, what is the difference here? Why do we need to do this? Please always generate a question called WHY. And this WHY, you have to answer this only by real life examples, not textbooks. Textbooks, beyond textbooks, when you give real life examples, they'll be comfortable in textbooks. So, cash, so paisa. So, tell them they have to keep paisa with them. So, I'll give you an example how you have to explain. You can take 4 or 5 people or 10 people from the classroom. Bring a 500 rupee bundle. 500 rupee bundle means 500 into 100, 50,000 rupees. So give roles for each and every one of them. 2 or 3 will be suppliers, 2 or 3 will be customers, and 2 partners. Okay, like that, one auditor will be there, one accountant will be there. So try to actually circulate this cash and then ask them to, the accountant will pass an entry, and each of the classroom has to parallelly do that accounting when the transaction happens. Let the transaction be demonstrated through a play, through a skit. And at the end, what is the closing balance and where the money flows, and what will be the journal entry they will pass. So journal entry and the cash entry, there will be a difference. You try to demonstrate like this, and in the end, somebody will take the cash in their pocket. Let everybody watch it. Now at the end, the cash have to be tallied. So you try to actually bring these kind of concept. Maybe 50,000 is a big money. Make it as 1 rupee into 100. So 100 1 rupee coins you can have. So try to innovate. This creativity only. This kit will take minimum 1 hour to 120 minutes to demonstrate. But the students will never forget accounting in their lifetime. In their lifetime, they will never forget, because you have demonstrated it practically. This creativity is what is required in every subject. In every subject. How do I do it? How do I do it? Think. Come with creativity. And creative teachers are they are only welcomed today in this world. Creative teachers. We don't need teachers who can teach what is there in textbook. They have to come out with their own style of delivery, connecting with real life examples, coming out with creative ideas of explaining these points. That is most important. Good. Then there are various, I'll just share with you one more thing that today, PhD, if any teacher, they have to do PhD. There were times previously doing a PhD, the process is different. Today, doing a PhD, you need the method itself has been changed. That means credit based. It is not only with respect to teaching, education, writing, pedagogy, the various designing of curriculum, credible evaluation system, communication, all these are relevant today to get a doctoral degree. It is not only I'm good in the subject, good in the subject, good in the subject. Good in the subject only 30-40 marks. The remaining 60 marks are communication, various tools, gadgets, innovation, creativity. All these are required today. Then only the doctorate will be awarded. The days are gone. The days are gone. Okay. Then, when the national education policy, the starting point, what they mentioned with respect to a teacher is a teacher, an effective teacher is one who are grounded. I repeat the word, who are grounded in Indian values. Most important. This is every now and then you have to inculcate it in the mind, in the dimag of the students, that values first, money next. It is only value based education. It is not money based education. No. If I get marks, marks are incidental. Once the knowledge, once he understands the subject, the marks are incidental. You create interest in the subject, no student will actually fail. No student will fail. If it is mark based driven, if the student is driven mark based, there is a possibility, a higher probability, I will say, he will actually get distracted. The stress, the distraction, all these are possible only when the mark based education is there. So that is where the Indian values, teach them various with the examples, stories, why a teacher is very, very significant in his life. Parents, tell them how they have to take care of their parents, take care of the society, environment, how they have to take care, people, how they have to take care, society, how they have to function. So give them what is meant by a traffic rules, why is it importance to follow traffic rules. So all these parallelly you try to connect with your subject. That is an effective teacher. And that is what national education policy is expecting from all the teachers. And not only Indian values, our languages. Today, okay, speaking English is English is only a medium. But a student should be very good in his mother tongue. One local language, one national language, and one international language. So it should be Malayalam for Kerala, and maybe one national language can be anything where it is maximum spoken language. For your information, the top 5 languages. So there is nothing called there is nothing called one language for a country. Only thing is which language is spoken maximum. For example, Bengali. Okay, you have the Tamil, Telugu. Okay, you have Hindi. So these are all maximum spoken. Of course, Malayalam will come in the 8th or 9th rank, but the first 5 ranks belongs to this Marathi. So these are the 5 maximum language spoken. So we can say actually all are national languages only, for that matter, whether it is Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi or Bengali, or whether it is Hindi, all are national languages only. But one should be conversant. So that means one local language, one national language. That means there should be one more language where the national language where they should be conversant with. Third, an international language. So that also we need to inculcate. So thereby they can travel across. They can travel across the country. They can also travel across the globe. And also inculcate that one more international languages. It can be anything. Japanese, Chinese, Korean, okay, French, German. They can learn any language. try to inspire them that as many languages they know, they can travel easily abroad, they can travel easily across the countries. So then that next, let me take you to one more very important point here, especially the students have to take risk, and not necessary they should always pass. Life lessons is very important, and one more thing a student have to learn is how to learn from failures, how to learn from errors. It is not only the rank holders can teach them how to score good marks. It is also failures can teach them lessons. Failures can teach them how to rectify, how to not repeat it. So please tell them that in life, the success and failure both have to be faced equally. Success means go to the next step. You have to increase your target. If it is failure means they should learn from the failures so that they can go to the next level to improve. So especially give them exercises, give them real world projects. It can be a driving exercise, it can be to go to a post office and to post a parcel, to book a parcel, to book a registered post, to book a railway ticket, to open a bank account, to open a public provident fund as a minor. What are all the documents required? Let them open. How to get a PAN card? What is that? How to fill up the PAN card? Let them make mistakes. Give them a PAN form number, give them a bank account number, let them fill and then bring it. Give marks for it. And those who have got a lowest mark, ask them to find out what are all the mistakes he has done and give them the credit. Not give credit to those who have got the full mark. Give credit to those who have done the maximum mistakes. Ask him to come and explain what are all the mistakes he has done. Next time when he fills the form, what mistake he will not do. That is where a good teacher is. That is where you bring the transformation. So a teacher role is not to only find the good student, groom the good student, give only good marks, and only bless only the student with who can score maximum marks. Most important, that is why I said an introvert. There are first benchers who score maximum mark. They only go to bank as an employee, but the last benchers, sometimes they become even the governor of Reserve Bank. They also become the prime minister. They also become the ministers. So it is not the extrovert alone can rule. Introverts are also there in school. Anybody. Every student is a manikam. Every student is a diamond. Every student talent is there. Every student content is there. It is only our intent that we have to bring it to shape them. There are one more point I want to share. That is with respect to the continuous. There is a concept called NETF, and this is a concept that has been brought out in, yes, this has been brought out in National Education Policy called as National Education Technology Forum. I repeat, National Education Technology Forum. This is actually created to provide a platform for free exchange of ideas on the use of technology among the teachers. That is most important, especially to enhance learning, how to do assessment online, and administration, planning. And remember, this is a platform not only applicable for school education, that is also for higher education, both for school as well as for higher education. And I want to bring to your kind attention, there are variety of educational softwares that is available. I repeat, there are a variety of educational softwares that is available, especially for development for students and teachers, both. And I want to bring, I'm sure all of you are aware about it, the Diksha platform, whether it is Diksha platform for students and teachers, and also for the Swayam platform, both. Both these platforms are very, very important platforms. Try to explore every day. Every day, Ministry of Education has been updating these particular platforms. only to bring the best to all the teachers, and try to actually be cordial, try to be most encouraging. You have to inspire. A teacher is one who has to inspire. So then only the positive vibration will be there among the students to actually take it forward for the next level. So guys, thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity and for the patience what you have shown. I'll be happy to take up any questions. Please raise your hand. I'll unmute you. You can speak and you can put your queries. I'll be glad to answer your queries. Thank you very much. Over to Principal Madam. And also anybody who wish to share questions, you can raise your hands. We have Miggy George, Kunjumol and Bennett Benny. They have raised their hand. Can I unmute them?
Yes, sir. You can.
Okay, I will unmute Bennett K. Benny and Miggy George. Both of them. You can unmute your mic and share your reflections and your queries. Anybody else who wish to share your thoughts, please?
Agaja, are you able to speak now? Sir, can you just unmute Agaja?
Yes. Yes, she is already unmuted. She can speak now.
Agaja, can you speak? Yes, Agaja is coming in WhatsApp. Agaja, are you able to speak? Or am I not audible? What you're speaking? No, she is speaking but not audible. Yes.
We have Mr. Many are there. Alexandria, Deepa, Deepthi Jocelyn, Anna Rodriguez, Gemma Robert, Gracie, Leah Johnson, Laxi Jacob. Anybody who wish to share your thoughts?
I think they are not able to, I mean, they are speaking, but it's not audible, sir.
Okay. Okay, maybe then we'll conclude the session, madam. Or they can send, they can even type the questions in Q&A.
Can you just put in chat if you have any questions? Or you just put a feedback or something?
They
Could
can
you see
type
the
in
chat? So this is a new app. They are not I mean, somebody's. Yeah.
Okay, so Agaja madam has typed thank you. Any queries? Agaja, you can type a query.
Any doubt? So you were sharing any PPTs because no.
No, I will. I'll share a content later.
Okay. You have to give us one more sessions with any time later.
Sure, definitely.
I think they many of them.
So all of them are only putting thank you. So no questions are.
No questions. Do you have any doubts how to take your subject particularly for making how to, like maths, science teachers, English teachers? Any specific point how to take, how to handle anything? It's a good opportunity for you to clear such kind of things which you are not. Doubts? Okay, then Shall I wind up? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. I know how busy you are. It's a great opportunity to hear, but I think you have more to say because you took only little time to talk to us. And I guess, and I
Have
hope,
version
and
2. We'll have version 2 in this.
okay, we'll have version two. Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, teachers. I think you know how to leave.